Welcome, everyone.
What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I'm just still trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes. What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I'm just still trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes.
The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our picks and podcasts for free with the SGPN app. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no, the voice of the guy is me. Really real. Villain real. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Well. We are back. It's a weekend, actually. Some games tipping off later on today. We don't have time to get to those, though. We've got to talk about the games going on tomorrow. 4-game slate on a Sunday in the WNBA. Here, breaking it down with me, Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beam me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, fine, can't complain. Ended up splitting the last episode. Fever betrayed me, what else is new? But the Aces came through in the second half. Game was close early. They absolutely buried the Sun in the second half. But either way, they covered the alt spread, so plus 155 got there. You know, fine, can't complain.
Yeah, I had a better day. Lock hit. Dog didn't. I went with the rebounds for Shepard. Should have went with the points. She had 26. But Indiana lost that game. Still question marks that I have about Indiana. The Sparks suck, and yeah, the Aces are doing what I thought the Aces would do. Shout out to the Aces.
Suck might be an understatement, by the way. Would they lose by 40 on their home floor?
Yeah, and
it was around 40.
I know their game hasn't started, and there's probably some people that are watching us live that are looking for something on the games tonight. Like, I can't imagine how you would possibly want to lay any amount of points with the Los Angeles Sparks.
I can't do it.
I mean, I get what people are saying about Connecticut, but like, there's no way. Connecticut just got to win at home against the Sparks team. Like, there's no way I would want to lay any amount of points with the Sparks. So I don't know how I could even convince myself of that. All right. 4 games. We can get into it and talk about it. But first, I got to make sure that everybody knows that football is right around the corner. So head over to our merch store for that huge merch sale. 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code football. Go over there, check out that merch store over there at store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sg.pn/store. That'll get you over there to that merch store. All right. Let's see here. You're running out of Sundays where NFL is not going to dominate the betting market here. I'm running out. Only a few more. 4 p.m. on the East Coast, early game. Dallas Wings at home welcoming the Seattle Storm to town. Dallas is laying 6.5. 173.5 is the total. Injury report. Jordan Horston's out. Natisha Heidemann, I believe. Let me see. I don't actually think that's updated. Natisha Heidemann, have they given us anything else on her? Guess we'll say out for now, but we'll see if they update that to a questionable. Maybe she has a chance to go. Because I don't see anything else. Yeah, I don't. On the Dallas Wings side of the ball, we talked about AZ Flood out for the year, right?
Yeah, we already talked about that. I mean, it's part of the reason why I faded them in the last game and that didn't work out. You could argue that they, stepped up without her, or maybe that was a one-game thing, or Dallas is still, capable of scoring. We know Seattle's been a team that's decent ATS, but they never actually win the damn games that they're in. And Shepard coming back is definitely a big piece for Dallas. But there's a reason why we were anti-Storm all year, why they're 7-30, and why they're 2-17 on the road. It's because they're really not good at basketball. They have some young pieces that are talented. Of course, Malanga being the main one, but they never really win any of these games. So the question is Dallas going to win by margin, or will Seattle keep the game close and probably lose?
I think it's probably a little bit more of the latter, and I say Seattle's probably in this game. I think that one, it's a great letdown spot coming off a win against Indiana.
Forget the win. I forget the opponent. Just the fact that they won a damn game, I feel like it's a pretty good start because they were in terrible form for like 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, 3-7 in the last 10 games. Not really good. This Storm team, I mean, we keep talking about them. They're going out there and they're covering games. 20-12 as a dog, 21-16 overall in the season. Like, they just continue to find ways to put themselves in situations, play pretty solid defense at times, and put themselves in the game. They were right there going toe-to-toe with the Golden State Valkyries a game ago, and that kind of got away from them at the end. But, like, I trust Dallas to make this a close game regardless. Even if they go get a win, I think they make this a close one. Maybe a Dallas 1-10 angle, but like, I'm taking the points with Seattle because I just trust in Dallas' ability to just fall flat after that Indiana game. And I think at the very least, Dallas will play through the bigs and be able to keep the scoring. So I'm going for them along the game. I'm going for an Ezzy game. I like Seattle. Keep this one close.
I think I'll disagree. It's not really, a strong opinion against yours, but I'll go with Dallas here. They are 2-0 against this team this season. Last game was very close, went to overtime. That was in Seattle. That was late June. Only game in Dallas, they won by 23. Seattle only scored 56 points in the game. We still have some injuries to talk about. I mean, Heidemann, we know, is a shoulder issue. That's not ideal. Are some injuries to Dallas, but with Shepard coming back, that's definitely a big piece that they got back in the lineup. The Storm have been fine lately, but they haven't played anybody. They alternated between the Sky and the Fire for 4 straight games, and I do think the Wings will win this game, in my opinion, by 9. Give or like, there's a chance both cash. Dallas wins by 1-10, and they cover. But Seattle's been okay lately, but they played Chicago. Now, Chicago beat Golden State, so, maybe Chicago's actually playing some decent basketball.
Like, Shout
out to Taylor, by the way, another game winner, ice in the veins. I can't wait till she's on a good team. She's going to be a good player. But anyway,
these are all
Dallas here. I think Dallas is the better team. They're great at home. 2-17 on the road is just 2-17 on the road. I just can't look past that. I'll go Dallas.
Yeah, 2-17 on the road, but they're 9-10 ATS. They're covering these games. Like, they're right there. And the games that they're not covering, like, it's by the thinnest of margins. But, I mean, yeah, lost to the Fire by 7, lost to them by 2, lost to Chicago by 2, lost to the Liberty by 6. Like, they're right there. They're right there. All of these games. Totals at 173.5. Under. Seattle steps up defensively. Dallas can't score consistently. And never really thought of Seattle as the juggernaut that was going to put up a bunch of points in a given night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. Give me the under 173.5. That's probably the better play.
I don't want the under as well. We've seen Dallas's offense be pretty streaky over the last couple of weeks. The defense, though, is very good against Indiana. That's why they won the game. I mean, I didn't think they were going to hold Indiana to only 85, which is very good when you factor in where Indiana usually finishes. I think that this game should be a bit low scoring as well. I can see this game being somewhere in the 160s. So I'm with you on the under. I think it'll probably finish somewhere in like the 168 range, give or take. But 73.5, a little bit high. I'll go for the under.
Wings 3-7 to the total in the last 10 games. A lot of their games have been trending towards the under right now. I expect Seattle, who also can play a very slow pace at times, to match the slow pace of the Dallas Wings, fall short. All right. What's next? Let's talk about the Las Vegas Aces on the road going to play the Toronto Tempo. Aces laying 11.5. 180, something 183.5 is that total. Injury report, and we got for the 3 games at 7 o'clock window. Ouch. All right.
NBA doesn't know how to schedule their games, and we've known this for a long time.
So Dana Evans out. Don't really actually have much officially. Okay, here we go. We got some more. Dana Evans out. Anissa Morrow's probably not going to play. Brittany Sykes is probably not going to play. Maria Conde out. Marina Mabry. We'll see. Didn't play in the last game. This is just like a Naira Sabali not playing. I mean, what's going on with Toronto?
I mean, what's going on with them? They're not very good.
And it's like the Red Cross here. Like you can't.
What do they have since the Sandy comments about Angel? What are they, like 1-13?
They got to win. Yeah, the fire game.
Portland.
The fire game. Yeah.
Is that their only win in the last month?
Yes. Maybe longer than a month.
Let me actually pull that up real quick. They have 2 wins. They have 2 wins in the last 2 months. Of course, one of them was against the Liberty. Who could have seen that?
Of course, yeah.
They have 2 wins since June 27th. The Liberty game was on July 12th. So, yes, they have 1 win in basically a month and a week. And that was the last game. So this team stinks.
Is this like just belts ass?
We've talked about Toronto before. The issue was Sykes got injured, and we thought they wouldn't have enough actual offense to carry them. I thought at the time signing Kennedy Carter made some sense. Even if she's a bit of a locker room cancer, your team just needs some players. And it feels like they just don't have any identity. They're an expansion team. So Portland and Toronto are starting to look expansion team-like because they're both in the basement of the league. But Toronto's just not very good. They can't defend. I don't think they have much size. The only games they win occasionally are when Mabry goes for like 30 or 35 because she carries the entire offense. They've had injuries to a bunch of key pieces, and the Aces we saw get their, I'd say, frustrations out against Connecticut. They're traveling to Canada now. I think they probably put on a show. I agree with that. I don't know, they do cover the spread, but they don't exactly win games, kind of similar to Seattle. But I can't take Toronto. If you keep Mabry in check, this team is dead. Like, right off the jump. If Mabry doesn't drop 20-plus points, they're getting blown out. Because they just don't have enough offensive firepower to match. And who the hell is going to guard Asia in this game? They got nobody. Nobody's going to guard Asia in this game. So I'll go with the Aces. I think they end up winning by like 15.
I think the thing that concerns me is that you say all this, and I think all that's fine and dandy. But when I look at the ATS numbers. It's just a bunch of green for Toronto.
Yeah, they cover spreads.
It's 5-0 in their last 5 games, 7-3 in their last 10 games. Like in all the different iterations of this team, they have still found ways to cover. Now, the thing that I'm concerned about is that now nobody's playing. But I mean, in somewhat similar situation, they got to win against Portland. So, like, I don't know.
If I was going to take Toronto, it would be the first half. You just hope the crowd gets behind them. Then again, the Aces already played here, and they won in late July about a month ago by 26 points on the road. So it's not like even an intimidating new environment in Canada where the fans get into it. They've already been here, and they won by 26. So I get the argument for Toronto to maybe, put together a good effort against the defending champions, etc. But do I think they can do that for a full 40? No. Do I think Toronto can hang in there like Connecticut did for 20 minutes? Yes. I think Toronto first half spread, maybe. But I think eventually Toronto, like we've seen all year, in some late game situations, they tend to let go of the rope, and the game can get away from them a little bit. So I don't mind Toronto first half, but full game, I think it's Aces or Pats. I mean, do you think Toronto can actually cover this number if they're not competitive in the first half?
I know. I guess I agree with your Toronto first half sentiments, but like, I don't know. I'm really 50-50 between Toronto just finding ways to cover games and Toronto's not playing anybody, so the Aces should just completely steamroll this team.
I mean, if you want to go Toronto, we can go head-to-head on this. I think Toronto first half's a nice middle ground because it leaves the door open for the Aces to bury him in the second half, but Toronto can still get off to a good start, which they probably need if they're going to cover.
Yeah, but like, what if the Aces just let their foot off the gas? Like,
do you think they're going to do that? I don't think they've done that often this year. I feel like they've been decent front runners.
They went on the road and lost to Chicago. Chicago's been playing well at home.
The Aces don't strike me as that kind of team that'll go up 20 and then blow up, like give up a 15-point run. They're really not that kind of team. That's more of a Minnesota thing.
I'll take Toronto.
All right.
It's very easy to look past this team right now. It's very who's going out there? It's very easy to look past them. What if the Aces just randomly just miss a few shots and Toronto has found ways to cover? I shouldn't feel this bad taking a team that's 5-0 ATS in their last 5, 7-3 in the last 10. But I get it. I see both sides. I really do.
Do you care about the fact that it's a home and home?
Yeah, because then Toronto just kind of keeps up this game and the Aces really destroy them in Las Vegas.
It's weird, though, because there's a 5-day gap in between games. They play on Sunday in Toronto, obviously, and they play Friday night in Vegas. They don't play.
Well, Toronto at least has a game against the Storm in between.
Yeah, so it's not really that spot for them, but for Vegas it is. But you got 5 days off Canada to go back to Vegas. It's a good scheduling spot for Vegas.
They can look past them. I'll take Toronto.
All right, fair enough.
All right, probably not one I'm going to bet.
I might bet them. We'll see.
All right, totals 182.5, 183.5 in a lot of spots.
I can't take the under. Vegas scored 109 in the first meeting in Toronto. Even if you're picking Toronto to cover, they're going to have to score. I just don't think they can get enough stops.
Yeah, I would just play over. Over 183.5. And that's what Vegas is mad about. Their defense is really bad for that game.
Yeah. Even against Connecticut, they still gave up 78 points. They scored 100 and change, so it didn't matter. But they still gave up a decent amount of points to Connecticut, who offensively is kind of falling off a cliff.
Yeah. All right. Clutch parlays. They have predictions for every MLB, NFL, college football, NBA game. Make sure you go check them out. And they are updated live during the game. So you get updated odds through every pitch, basket, and possession. Also, they highlight the best sports books that you can place the highest edge plays with, compete against others in weekly, monthly, and all-time profit leaderboards. Most importantly, Clutch Parlays is easy to use. It's a simple and clean dashboard, one-stop shop for research and plus EV opportunities. Make sure you go check them out over there at Clutch Parlays. The best part is you get 1 month free with promo code SGPN. That's clutchparlays.com, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Circa, giving away at least $30 million in prizes for this year's handicapping contest. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere. Come out to Circa for contest weekend, August 27th through 29th. You get 15% off your stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. And hey, you're going to need a proxy if you're going to do that as well if you don't live in Nevada. So make sure you use that footballcontest.com. Use promo code SGPN to get $50 off your proxy fees. All right.
I also realized, by the way, I actually will be in Vegas when Vegas plays Toronto next Friday.
Oh.
Probably not going to make it to the game because I'll probably be doing a VEASAN show.
Yeah.
But in theory, I have the option to go.
Yeah.
You going?
You can make it work.
By the way, you're not going this time around, right?
No, I don't think so.
Boo.
I might. We'll
Coward.
See. We'll see.
Boo.
Maybe something. Maybe squirt.
The craps table's calling you, man.
It's been a while.
I know it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Did I tell you the one time I played craps with Sean Kramer and the guys?
I feel like there was. I feel like I've heard the story. I would like to hear it again for those like me with horrible memory.
So I've never played craps before. I vaguely know how the game works,
Yep,
but I
they
games.
took my craps virginity as well.
Yeah, I prefer other games. Like Simply Put, I'm more of a card guy as opposed to like a full-on table dice type of guy. But either way, there's like Kramer's like basically the one in charge at the table for the SGPN crew because he follows craps the most.
Yep.
So he's playing his system, and everyone kind of just piggybacks what he's doing. And it was, I think, 5 guys. It was Sean, Kramer, Adam. It was Matt from VEASAN and I. And first time I ever played craps, I think we each crapped out within 3 minutes of rolling, and I lost $1,000 in about half hour, and I just didn't play again. That's my only craps experience. I lost $1,000 in about half an hour, and I said thanks, and I just left. That was it.
Yeah, no fun.
No, it wasn't even like somebody got on like a semi-roll. We all crapped out within 3 minutes of each other. It was 30 minutes, give or take, because you got to get your bets set in between each actual roll. So there was some like downtime in between the rolls, but I think each of us crapped out within like our first 4 rolls each. Like it was just awful.
Nobody could get hot.
Ultra cold, and it was just a bad first experience for me.
Man,
haven't played since.
What was the last time I really played? I think the last time craps we haven't had the best luck, except for that time in Detroit. I think that time in Detroit was actually really crazy.
That was the fantasy football thing?
Blackjack with Sean.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're at. We were at Circa though. And Blackjack with Sean, it was a crazy heater where we were sitting at the blackjack table for what felt like 3 hours. And I was literally like about to piss myself. Circa.
Circa or the Win? Because we used to be at the Win. Okay, Circa. Okay.
No, 100% remember it was Circa. Yep. And like I was literally about to piss myself. And I think I'm up like $800 or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, Sean, like I gotta pee really, really bad. Because they're bringing you drinks. And so I'm drinking the whole time and like all that's going through me. I'm like, I have to pee really, really bad. But we're on an insane heater. I'm talking about it's win here, blackjack there, win here, blackjack there, blackjack there, blackjack there, win here, loss, win, but win. Like it was insane heater. And then we took a picture with the guy that was a fan that just happened to be there. And was like, oh, cool.
Nice. You got a souvenir. The photo's the souvenir of your heater.
Yeah, it is. It literally is. I always look at that photo. I'm like, man, that's the day I went on that heater. Didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking at my blackjack card and following the directions.
That's something that's underrated, though, at the blackjack tables. You can actually, like, pull out a table, and it's completely legal. You can't count cards, but you can actually pull out a strategy table. That's so
I literally sit there with my blackjack card, and I'm looking at it, and I do the things. And it's always that guy that's like, oh, well, actually, you probably should be doing this. And I'm like, hey.
Completely legal. You're allowed to have your card. It's actually 100%. The
card has not done me dirty. The card has not done me dirty at all.
Just a fun fact, though, if you are going to play blackjack, you can have a strategy guide with you, basically. Not for counting, but like on when you should hit, when you should double, when you should stand.
It literally tells you what to do.
Yes, it tells you exactly what to do against which hand too. That's completely legal to have at the table. You can bring it.
And it's annoying because somebody stole my wallet and that blackjack card was in that wallet. And so like I was like, oh no, just throw me the blackjack card back. You can take the wallet. Give me the blackjack card back.
How long ago was that?
Oh, dude, that was like a few years ago. I was really sick. Yeah, I've been sick with that.
You got to print out a new one. Got a small
I need another one. Sean gave me that one. Yeah, when Sean gave it to me and showed me how to play blackjack, I've been using it and it been working. Really miss that card. Really do. All right. I had to get another one. Washington Mystics on the road. Going to play the Portland Fire. Fire catching 3.5 at home. 165.5 is total. Let's see if we can pull up some type of injury report. Don't have anything for the Mystics. Barker we knew, Fagan we knew, DeSoto we knew. Yeah, pretty clean for Portland for what they have now. So
is this trappy to you?
I think that this is a good game to take the Fire.
Feels very, very short. I know the Mystics lost their last game to the Lynx. You know, the Lynx are the best team in the league.
Yep.
They've been good for like the last month. The Fire just lost to Toronto. Like this team's not very good. Yet it's only 3.5, which I think is very short.
And the Mystics were just catching 1.5 against the Lynx.
Yeah, they're not that bad on the road. You know? I get they were at home for that Lynx game, but like 3.5? You assume blindly it was going to be like 5.5, maybe like 6,
something like better than that. It just feels the line just completely stinks, and it just tells me that like something's going to go wrong for this Mystics team, which isn't surprising because I don't think the Mystics are a team that everything just so happens to go right for. Like, yes, they've won a few games, but they're also sat here and they've lost 3 of the last 5 games.
I will point out, by the way, the last time they played the Fire was at home. They lost by 19.
Yeah, and 1-4 ATS in the last 5 as well. Like, they haven't been playing their best ball, and I get it's been some pretty good teams, but like it's just not good Mystics basketball right now, and they're kind of just leaning on the defense too much, and they're not able to score. Well, what if this Fire team is getting hot from 3 here at home? Like, that's going to be an uphill battle, especially if they start pushing the pace. Like, if they get past that Mystics defense, I don't think the Mystics have the offense that's going to be enough to be able to keep up. So I'm going to go Fire plus points.
I think I'm going to agree with you. They have 2 meetings this season. Fire won the last game in Washington. A reminder, the first game, the Mystics won in quadruple overtime. So The Fire have been very competitive against this team in particular 2 times this season. Injuries have also played a factor. We can't ignore those. But the Fire at home are worth backing, at least occasionally. On the road, not so much. They've gotten better on the road, but still. I do think for this game, though, it would be the dog and the under in this game. We know the Mystics defensively can be really, really good. We know the Fire in general aren't, but at home they can play some okay defense at times. For example, they only give up 85 to the Lynx, which is actually really good. So they can occasionally step up on defense. The Mystics, though, we know can play really good defense. Couple of ways this total goes under. Either the Mystics end up scoring basically nothing because the Fire just have their number, or defensively the Mystics bring it, and the Fire probably get to like 70 or like 75. So I'll go under. I think this total's too high.
Yeah, give me under 2. Mystics know how to muck up a game and make it ugly. Both of these 2 teams pretty even, 5-5. Actually, not even pretty. They are even. Both teams 500 in the last 10 games to the total. Not really something I'd be targeting, but I'll take the under.
And you're saying that the Mystics know how to muck it up. I think the Fire know how to muck it up too. So I can see this game getting ugly.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Let's talk about Indiana, who will be playing the second leg of a back-to-back. Right? Correct? Yes?
Yes, they play the Liberty today.
Yes.
I don't know what the status is of like Caitlin playing back-to-backs or whatever's going to happen there, but they are playing against the Liberty. So you could argue a lot of it might come down to if they win the game today or not.
Yep.
But it's not a great spot going from New York to Chicago with no day off.
I think I already know what I'm going to do, but
Sydney Taylor, 20 points.
Indiana Indiana laying 3.5 on the road. 186.5 is the total on the on the Chicago Sky side of ball. Dejounte Carrington missed that last game. Probably going to be out. Skylar Diggins.
Forgot she was
definitely not playing with the team. I mean, it's really no question here for me. Chicago's been playing great ball at home.
Yep.
Like they look completely different at home, and they've been going out there, and no matter who they play, they have not backed down at all. I think that they have been truly one of the more enjoyable teams to watch coming out of the All-Star break. Even though they're not getting a lot of these wins, they're just going out there and they're competing in all these games. 7-4 ATS since the All-Star break. Indiana's getting wins, but they're not making them pretty at all. And so we're seeing Sydney Taylor with game winners, like multiple game winners here for this team. Like I'm all the way bought in on this Chicago team playing at home, going out and putting a good effort against a Indiana team that is coming off of the second leg of a back-to-back. Since the All-Star break, they've been 5-2 straight up at home, 1-6 ATS. Like, why am I trying to get ahead of that for an Indiana team that since the All-Star break on the road, they 2-5 ATS, 5-2 straight up, but 2-5 ATS. They're not covering these games as a road favorite since the All-Star break. They're 1-4 to the number. So that's just not something I want to get behind at all. And I don't want to fade this Chicago team. I took them on the money line against Liberty, got it done. At this point, I really don't think that Liberty and the Indiana Fever are too far off from what they're doing. So, yeah, I'll take the Chicago Sky again here. Give me them plus the points. Give me them on the money line.
I'm with you. Nothing else to add. I think the Sky are undervalued. I think they've been good lately. Taylor being healthy is big for this team. And I think the Fever, after what I think will be a win against the Liberty, we'll see what happens. But maybe this hits some people. Like, there's a chance that if Caitlin sits, the Sky are favored in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how many points Caitlin's worth because we've seen them play well without her this season. But how many points do you think she's worth? Do you think she's worth?
I mean, I think it's worse if she plays.
No, I'm just saying, like, based on where, let's just assume, no matter our perception on this team, the odds makers, if Caitlin ends up sitting, what do you think this line would be?
It's probably Indiana 2 by 2 or 1.5.
You think Caitlin's only 2.5 according to the books?
They're not going to flip it and make Chicago a favorite over Indiana. No, I don't.
I think it's going to be closer to 1. But either way, the point is that the line is going to drop heavily if Caitlin ends up sitting. Of course, we know that the Fever are an absolute wagon when she sits, so we probably want Caitlin to play in this game. But you get what I'm trying to say. I think that this line will not close 4.5. That's kind of where I'm at here. So I'll go with Chicago with you. I think that this line, especially on a back-to-back, have a great letdown spot potential if they end up beating the Liberty as well with travel. And the Sky just beat the Valkyries. Like, Valkyries are good. That's not an easy win at all. I'll go with Chicago with you on the money line.
Yeah. Come on. I'm not fading the Chicago team right now, especially not at home. Well, I'm not fading them at home. The only way you could get me to fade them is on the road, but I'm definitely not fading them at home.
So I'm going to ask, though, when it comes to worst coach in the league, are we moving him out of the bottom 3, or are we keeping him there?
No.
They're playing some ball right now.
Len Roberts, Mezion.
I mean, most people would argue that you have the Sparks coach, you have DeMarco for the Liberty, and I know some people would argue that Sky's coach would be 3.
No, I would put the Suns coach up there for that last spot.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think
I don't
think he's doing anything.
They're playing pretty good ball.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's. I think he's coached himself out of it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, 186.5.
I kind of like the under, but I don't know if that's a
Indiana
smart idea
hasn't
with the
been-
Fever being involved, but it is a back-to-back. So
I mean,
I'll argue
Chicago's 3-7 to the total in the last 10. Indiana's like 500.
that's playing great defense. Chicago is.
Yeah, under.
I'll go under with you. If Caitlin doesn't play, the defense will improve. So there are a couple of ways to get the defense to show up for this game. I mean, 186.5 is a massive number in general. And we know when Caitlin ends up sitting, the defense actually looks pretty good for Indiana. So I'll go under. And there's a couple of paths.
And this is technically a rivalry game. These two teams used to bust to each other to play games when the league started.
Because you had Caitlin's arch rival.
Even before all of that, this was always a little rivalry game.
It was, but I'm saying recently
how
it
close
picked up
in
with Caitlin because
proximity.
Angel Reese was on the team. But now, it's not really the same.
I feel like it's like 3 hours. Like I feel like they're not far. They're not far. Like they used to bust these. Like they used to bust to these games. So I think that there's a little bit of a chip on Chicago's shoulder.
I'm just saying this was the gesture that caused the entire rivalry for the last couple years. But Angel no longer on the team.
All right. Let's get an underdog. Let's build us a little underdog lineup here, Scott. Make sure you use that promo code SGPN. Play $5, get 50 in bonus funds. New customers. Check it out. Let's see here. My dog flipped his glasses.
Well, I definitely want Sydney Taylor in there because I saw Taylor was at 14.5 points, and I can't let that stand.
There's no way that's available, though. Yeah.
You never know. I wasn't sure if it would be, but it's
Fever. Because the Fever, yeah, they haven't.
Yeah, I know, but it is the Fever, so occasionally you might end up actually getting it out, but they don't have it. You're right.
Let's see here. We got a few under games to have to pick from.
Are there any matchups you want to target in general?
Are these even? Wait,
are these tonight or are these for tomorrow?
I'm in the wrong spot again. My navigational skills are folding. Okay, there we go. Now let's see here. Can I find the games for tomorrow? This is all today. No, I don't think we have anything for tomorrow.
I mean, do you want to try to build an entry for tonight? And we just, I know that one game starts in 15 minutes, but we can do
so
probably
maybe not that one.
We can do the same game entry with the 9 and 10 ones if you want, because there is a 2-hour gap between the Fever game and the other games.
Feel sorry for the guys listening to this tomorrow.
I mean, it's either that or no entry at all. So we're kind
of so I guess might as well do what you can. All right. Well, Kelsey Plum's supposed to be playing today. I wonder if they got her line out.
I have no
13.5.
You want to go for it, or first game back, you don't want to bother?
No, I don't care. This is her offense. This is literally, we're playing alongside AT and Clea Copper. It's perfect for her. She's going to go out there and just continue to shoot. So I play it. Yep.
Okay. Good place to start. Do we want somebody on Connecticut because the Sparks can't guard anybody?
I would play 0-0.
Okay, let's do it.
She's
been good to us. We had her in a winning entry a week or two ago.
Do we do the points and rebounds? Points?
I think I'm fine with just points. And the whole handicap here is the Sparks can't guard anybody. So I feel like points is probably the way to go, right?
She had 14 in the last game against the Aces, 18 against the Sparks in that game before.
And what's her number
against the Liberty? She's at 14.5.
I'm in for it personally, but
she had 18 and 11 in that game. All right, let's go for it.
Cool. That's one.
So 14.5. Cool. Okay, what's next? I could play Alicia Gray.
Haven't we always talked about how bad the Mercury are defending the 3-point line? Isn't that just a peak Ryan Howard matchup?
I do not trust Ryan recently, man. I mean, she's had better games.
Defense, I feel like that would be a matchup Ryan would have success in.
I'm going to be very annoyed if Ryan Howard is the reason we lose. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, would you rather take Alicia? Because we can go for Alicia instead. I'm just throwing out some matchup stuff that might work out.
See, but now we're going to play the game of I'm going to recommend one, and it's going to be the other, and it's going to be annoying. All right, you take the pick, Scott. You take.
I'll go Howard.
Ryan or
give me Howard.
Ryan Howard, higher 18.5 points. Kelsey Plum, higher 13.5 points. And Olivia Nelson-Ododa, higher 14.5 points. Add that all up in Underdog. Shake it up. You're going to get 5.35x. $100 get you $535 over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. And hey, make sure you go check out Novig. We're also brought to you by Novig. They're nationwide. So, hey, make sure you go check them out. And if you use an odds screen, then you know Novig has some of the best prices on the market because they constantly show you all the reduced juice that Novig has to offer. Download the Novig app and deposit $10 to get $25 in trade credits. Just get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, lock dog time. It's on you.
Cool. For the lock for the show, I think I'm just going to go back to the Mystics and Fire under a 166.5. I see a low-scoring game. Last meeting was an absolute rock fight. I think these teams play each other tough. We think that the line is short for a reason. I think it's physical. I think it's a grinded-out basketball game that comes down to the wire. Hopefully no overtime. Give me 166.5 under as my lock for the show. For the dog, it was either going to be Chicago or I was going to go player prop. And I know you want Chicago, so I'll let you have Chicago. But I'm going to go with Sydney Taylor instead. Taylor, in the one meeting against the Fever this season, had 30, and her points line's at 14.5. She's had exactly 14 in 2 of the last 3. So this has kind of been a key number for her. But she's played less than 19 minutes in 3 straight games, and she's still gotten to 14. After hitting a game winner, coach, you got to play her at least 25. Like, she's way too good to only play like 15, 20 minutes a game. She's got to play more than that. I'll bank on a bigger usage rate for her and overall just more minutes for her. But I'll take her alt points line. I'm going to go for Sydney Taylor. Give me the over 17.5 points at plus 189.
All right. I like it. Shout out to the Giants 26-3 in their preseason game.
You know, won yesterday? Shut out.
Huh?
Let's go Jets.
Yeah, good job.
17-0. Will Howard, by the way, awful.
Yeah.
Watching a little bit of Will Howard and Drew Aller. Aller was okay. Howard is actually a
Aller,
like depth chart.
Aller's feet. Aller's feet needs work.
I'm not a big Aller guy, but like in general, at least he can potentially be a backup. Howard's going to end up in the UFL. Like he can't play. No offense.
I have the same thoughts about Aller. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think Aller's good. I hated him at Penn State, but he's still young. I know what Howard is. Howard is just not good.
Yeah, no, I would actually, I would say your exact words about Will Howard. I agree. And I would say the exact same thing about Drew.
I agree right now about the same, but they just drafted Drew. So I'll give him an off season and whatever, or full season of reps. But I mean, Howard's been around the block and he was in college for an attorney, won a championship in college. Like, he's just not very good. But anyway, that's the last point I'll make on Will Howard. I thought he stunk last night.
All right. This on me.
Yep. I saved the Sky Money one for you, so your dog's already taken care of. You just have to pick a lock.
It's plus 140. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll take the Sky Money line for a dog. For my lock, it's going to be Seattle and Dallas to go under 173.5. Yeah, Dallas let down feels like is coming, and Seattle's scoring is going to be a question mark, especially for the guard position. And I'm sure that they're going to be in the game. So I like under 173.5 for the early game there. Dog's going to be the Chicago Sky to win and yet another game at home. I mean, you beat my Valkyries, and I just got to believe you're. If I didn't believe that they were it already, I got to assume that you're it now. Oh, wait, no. I lied. I kind of actually want Portland.
Okay.
I do like both dogs.
I mean, do you want to parlay the spreads of both teams?
No. Let's just say Portland. But I do like Chicago too. I probably have something going with both. And just make Portland a bonus dog because I think both of those are going to win. That's a little dog parlay. Portland and Chicago. They're both going to win. All right. Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Fun episode. 4 games tomorrow. Should be fun. Yeah, not many, as you said before, not many Sundays left without NFL action. So keep that in mind. Even weekend action. College football starts next week. So you might get some good lines. Sports books, shifting some resources over to football.
Yeah.
Might find yourself some nice lines overnight.
Definitely going to be opportunity. And then we've got about we've got exactly 1 week left until they take the break for the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah.
And so there'll be no WNBA going on there. World Cup games playing. It'll be 2 weeks off, and then we'll finish out the season.
Pretty much.
So, all right. He's at Red Show Radio. Matt really __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get the WNBA Gambling Podcast. With that, I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. We are out of here.